Hi and welcome back to the Everyday Project Manager. My name's Jeremy Nichols, and in this video I'm going to be telling you all about the top 5 things that I think you need to consider when you're starting on a new project. So if you're taking on a new project at work or embarking on a personal project yourself, here are the 5 things that over my career as a project manager I think are the top ones that you need to consider starting out. They're also the things that set your project up for success. By getting these things right at the outset, by thinking about them and considering them, you're more likely to succeed as a project manager. And finally, these are the things that if you don't consider them, tend to be the hallmarks of project failure. Projects go wrong because these things haven't been considered. So please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, but let's get straight on and look at number 1. The first thing to think about is the outcome. Be clear about the outcome you want to achieve. Have a think about, what does finished look like? Where am I going to be when this project is complete? This is what project managers refer to as the benefits, what you'll achieve by undertaking the project itself. By understanding where you're trying to get to, you stand a much better chance of getting there. And you'd be surprised at how often people set off to do a project without actually giving due thought to where they're trying to get to. So that's number 1. The second thing to consider, once you've established what your outcome is going to be, is to work out the things you will need to do to achieve that outcome. In project management terms, these are referred to as your objectives, and they're a high-level list of the things you need to do. You don't need any more than, say, 5. So, for example, if you've been given a project which is an office move you've been asked to manage, your objectives might be to work out the floor plan in the new office, who's sitting where and so on, communicate the changes to the staff, when the moving date is, who needs to move where, perhaps line up the removal supplier to actually do the move itself, and finally communicate to your clients and existing suppliers of the change of address. So those are the things that you can reasonably go, if we do those things, we will get the outcome we desire. So consider your outcome, consider your objectives, and then we're on to the next thing. Number 3, time, cost, and quality. The third thing to consider are your time, cost, and quality constraints. That is, in normal language, what's your budget, how long is it going to take, and what level of quality does it have to be? So for time, consider, are there any deadlines that you need to meet? When does this absolutely need to be done by? Is there in fact a hard deadline, or is this something that could go on for a while if need be? For budget, how much money have you got? What is your budget? Is there a certain amount above which you are not willing to spend? And finally, quality. What's the standard you need to achieve as part of your delivery? So if the project is to build something, think about the materials you're going to use, the quality of the paint, for example, the things you're going to buy and fit in whatever you're building. This is the quality aspect and needs to be considered as well. And finally, within the time, cost and quality piece, you need to understand which of those is the most important. Are you willing to spend more money in order to bring the project in sooner? Are you happy to wait a while longer if it will keep the costs down, or if it means that you can get hold of a particularly quality item that might be on a longer lead time? So understand the time, cost and quality constraints, and importantly, which of those is the driving force for your project. Now, the fourth thing to think about is, who do you need to be involved? In project management terms, these are your resources. Who needs to be involved? Who do you need to call upon? Is there some sort of specialist expertise that you require? For example, if the project is a house build, you need an architect, you need a builder, you need plumbers and trades and carpentry, all those things that you as the project manager do not do yourself, but you need people to bring in. So consider everybody on your project. Also consider how long you need each person for and when you need them. But you must consider all the people that are going to contribute to your project at any given point. The final thing you need to consider, number 5, is what could go wrong. Project life is full of surprises, and inevitably on some projects something will go wrong, something will happen that is unexpected that you need to manage and account for. So spend some time thinking about all the things that might harm your ability to deliver those objectives that we looked at in step 2. Anything that stops you from getting to those objectives is, in project management terms, a risk, and you need to think about what you can be doing to stop that risk from happening. So list out all the things that might happen and then think about, what can I do now that will stop that happening? By stopping those unforeseen things, you are effectively ensuring that your objectives get delivered, setting yourself up for success. So there you have it, the 5 things that you need to consider whenever you start or take over a project. If you consider those 5 things, you'll be setting yourself up nicely for success. So number 1, what's the outcome you want to achieve? Number 2, what are the things you need to do that will get you there? Number 3, what are the time, cost and quality constraints that you have to think about, and which one is the priority? Number 4, who needs to be involved? Who are your resources? Who are you going to involve in your project? And finally, number 5, what could go wrong? So those are my top 5 things, but obviously there are lots and lots and lots of things that you need to be considering when you're running a project. Now, on our website, we've got lots of templates that will help you do that. But the first one I recommend you go and have a look at is our project health checklist. It gives you loads of detail of things that you might need to think about at any given stage of a project, so you can get some confidence that what you're doing is the right thing and that you've thought of everything. Go to everydaypm.co.uk/templates for our complete suite of templates, but do have a look at the project health checklist. And finally, please like this video and subscribe to our channel if you'd like to, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks and good luck in your projects. Bye.